Hi everyone, today is Wednesday the 27th of July and it's been about 6 weeks since my last video. There's been quite a lot happening. Yeah, I don't know how long this video will be. I do have some stitching to share. I will also share some personal things, and I'll most likely do that at the beginning. So if that's not something that interests you, you can fast forward just a few minutes. But I do have stitching, I have finishes, I have FFOs, I have some Stitch of Kindness, I also have some haul, of course. Yeah, I've got quite a lot to share, but I don't know how long the video is going to be. So it has been 6 weeks since my last video, which was not the best of videos because I had experienced lots of problems with my leg. So I should say this is a channel about cross stitch, and thanks to everyone who's reached out to me because it's been a little while since I filmed. I was not even on social media over the last few weeks either, so thanks to everyone. It's really appreciative that people think and care about you, people that really only know me through this kind of channel. But at some points it was really what kind of kept me going. So it's been 6 weeks, and in that time I've had some pretty bad news, and this is a little trigger warning for other people who have maybe had some recent bereavement within their family. But my brother sadly passed away. I don't know how much I want to really share. It was very quick. He spent his last few days in a hospice in Edinburgh. My brother lived in Edinburgh. I obviously live here in Scotland. So in Glasgow, of course, I'm in Scotland. The ring light on my glasses is really annoying, so I'll just take them off for a minute because I'm just talking. I'm not showing you, and I don't really see anything. Now everything is fuzzy, so that'll be good. So he was quite ill. Well, no, actually, he wasn't quite ill. He was ill and he was in hospital. My parents went to visit him and it seemed okay. And he got out of hospital and he declined very quickly, ended up in the hospice. We went to see him. A friend of mine drove us on the Friday evening, and he still could recognise us and interact with us and talk to us, which was wonderful. And then on the Saturday, I went with my friend. He took me, and there was a massive decline. And then on the Sunday, my parents went, and there was a further decline. And sadly, on the Monday morning, which is the 4th of July, he passed away. So actually, from that point, everything was just kind of up in the air. I don't think any of us expected that the decline would be so quickly. They had said that possibly the cancer was spreading far quicker than they thought, and it had moved from his lungs to his spine and then to his brain, and that was eventually what happened. So that means if anybody, obviously lots of people suffer from bereavements in their family, but everything just got kind of turned up in its head. So we had lots to kind of organise, and last week was the funeral. So that was another bit that we had to deal with, and yeah. So now it's getting on with life, to be honest. So, and if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you'll know that my dad's also kind of struggling, but he was great. He did really well over the kind of past few weeks when things were really difficult. So yeah, he did really well. You all know I've got an ongoing issue with my leg. I still have 2 legs, so that's a good thing. I have the infection back, but some reason my body can fight the infection quite well, so I'm feeling fine. And next week I have the MRI scan. I'm just going to pause for a minute. Sorry. So next week I have the MRI scan, and that'll decide what's going to happen with my leg, whether they're going to take the metal work out or whether it will be cleaning of the bone or whatever. But there's clearly something wrong. The new infection I have is further down, no further up than the scar, so it's not in the same place. So it's been and I had a birthday as well. Friday was my birthday. I'm a grand old age of 51 now. I went away for a few days over the weekend, which was lovely. Everything's pretty much bittersweet in my life at the moment. Some things are going really well, and clearly other things are not. So yeah, I hadn't stitched at all. I just didn't have the time or really the inclination. Everything was very muddled with what we had to do. So, and obviously I wanted to support my parents as much as possible. So there wasn't a lot of stitching done, and therefore I felt as if I couldn't record a video. So that really explains my kind of where I've been in the last 6 weeks. I don't feel good about it. And I appreciate everyone who reached out to me to say, are you okay? Not seen you on social media. Is everything fine? And I did put a post on YouTube, and I think some people saw it, other people didn't. And then after the funeral, I put something on Instagram just so that people were aware that, yeah, we had a quite a traumatic time of it. But it's like everything else, you just need to kind of get on with it. And I don't suppose the grief ever leaves you. You just need to try and deal with it, and life goes on. So anyway, I don't want to dwell. It's not that I don't want to dwell. I love my brother. I was very close to my brother. But you're here for the you're here for the stitching. So I think I would like to share what I've been stitching on in the last few weeks. I have a feeling I might have stitched on other things, but I can't really remember. So I apologise for that. But I've tried to remember. Tried to remember what I have stitched on, because I have some finishes, which makes it easier. So the first thing is just something that I finished last night. It was a new start for me. Nobody would have seen it, I don't think. And it's this one here, which is a Lizzie cape, and it's called Tea Crazy. You may remember a few months ago, I stitched the Coffee Crazy one. So I wanted to do the Tea Crazy as well. I actually like this chart better. I probably will do all three of them. I bought the all called for threads, and this is my finish, and this is on 32 count Picture This Plus Dublin. It's not ironed, unfortunately, because I literally did finish it just last night, and here it is here. And I actually really like, I like the colours of it, and I really like the fabric. This was the last piece of doubloon I've got, so I will try and source some more. But this was it is a quick stitch, but it took me forever because, yeah, everything's taking me forever. I'm hoping that the lights are okay today. I'm sorry, it's very bright outside. I tried it without the ring light. Everything was just horrible, and now with the ring light, I also feel as if everything's horrible, but I'm doing my best. Please bear with me. So that's my first finish, although it was my last finish because I finished it last night, but I really enjoyed that. I also finished this little one here, which was a little dove design. Now the fabric I'm not sure about. I'm not 100% sure which fabric I've used this for, but I used all the called for DMC, and I think it's called A Home of a Stitcher, and it just says a stitcher lives here. I thoroughly enjoyed stitching this one as well, and this is for me, and my plan is to have it finished as a flat fold. I have a fully finished flat fold here, which I'll share with you, which I'm hoping this will be the same, and it's just to sit on my desk while I'm working from home. So yeah, that's the little dove design, and that was the first one I had done of little dove design, but I found the chart really easy to follow, and I thoroughly enjoyed the design. What I would say, if you just pause a minute, I'm going to see if I can try and fix the light. It's not good. Maybe that's a little bit better. I'm not sure. What I would say is that if you look on the trees, there are, it was French knots. I'm not great at French knots, so I decided just to do little crosses. I just wanted to make my life easy and get it finished. But yeah, so I really enjoyed that one. And I would say, if this is your kind of aesthetic, so if you like primary colours, she's got some lovely designs. Okay, so that was my very first one of that company. And then I also did my monthly markers. I can't believe I've managed to do them. You may remember that I was kind of 1 month behind, but I managed to pick up and did one in June. And this is from Prairie Schooler, Prairie Birds. I'm using the hashtag a year of Prairie Birds, I think, just so that I can follow any other kind of progress. But that's number 5, I think. Wait, I'll just work out. I did January, February, March, April, missed May, and that's June. So this is number 5. There's 10 in the series, and I've also done my one for July. So number 6. So I've only got 4 left to do. This is a 28 count sparklies fabric called Parchment. I'm running out of that fabric actually if I want to do them all the same. And then I did July, which was, I just picked the cardinal one. And I would say this is my favourite. This by far is my favourite. I really enjoyed stitching this one. It stitched up, I think because I enjoyed the colours so much, it stitched up really quickly. So that was my July one. And again, it's still 28 count sparklies Parchment using the called for DMC. And you can follow the hashtag on Instagram, which is a year of Prairie Birds. And that's my 4 finishes, and I don't think I ever have 4 finishes. Obviously, I've not been stitching on any of the bigger projects. I feel kind of okay now that I'm able to do that, but it was all very short bursts of stitching. I didn't stitch for kind of a long period of time. It was like a short burst, and then I put it down. And then if I finished something, I got a little bit of a motivation to do a bit more. But I did stitch on a couple of other projects. This one is a new start. I bought this chart of Stash and Load, which is it was Stash and Load. It's a Satsuma one called Forest. Again, I'm still concerned about the light. Hang on. I have no idea if I'm making things worse or any better, but I'm not going to re-record. So anyway, I picked this up on Stash and Load, which is a Satsuma Street. I've done a few Satsuma Street charts over the years, and this one was Forest. I really liked this one. I like the kind of block colours. And here are the threads, all DMC. And I decided to start this on, this is an XU design fabric, and this is called Sampler Khaki. It's got quite good, really nice mottling in it. Now this piece that I have here is huge. It is absolutely huge. I have so much tucked in at the back here. And once I've got it finished, I'm going to definitely be saving the piece of fabric at the bottom. Because I really enjoyed working on this fabric, and I did check on Etsy and she didn't have any more in stock or dyed, but I've got not a bad start. It's not a lot, but I got a bit of a start. So the tree in the very large tree in the middle, and then the little blue one. So I kind of started here and this one here. So it's not a huge chart, but there's quite a lot of blocks of colour. So I really enjoyed working on that. I didn't work on it so much, but I'd picked it up and I kitted it up, and I thought, oh yeah, I just wanted to start it. And I didn't have a birthday start this year. I had a kind of birthday start picked out, but I didn't start it on my birthday, and so far I've not started it either. I don't know if I will start it. I'm not sure what I want to do. And the other project that I worked on over the past few weeks is this chart here. You may remember that I started this a few months back, or I don't know, maybe 2 months back, by Heart and Hand. It's called A Wonderful Life, and I was stitching this as a gift. There's no deadline on it. I have as much time as I need, which is good. And here is my progress. Threads. And I'm stitching this on Zweigart Platinum. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I'm stitching this on Zweigart Platinum. I had to move the Q-snap, and I'm sure that's why I hadn't shown you it, because I don't think I had moved the Q-snap. If I have, if you've seen this before, I apologise. But yeah, this is this one here. So I'm not bad. Not bad. It's stitched all in over-dyed threads. I don't even think there's any DMC in there. It's all over dyes. But I'm thinking I might pick this one up, and the reason I might pick it up is you can get quite quick wins on it because they're small motifs. As I say, there's no rush on this to finish this as a gift, but you can get quite a little bit done here and there, which might keep me going. So I'm thinking I might pick this up. Don't be surprised if I've been working on this the next time I film. So that's all the kind of stitching I have done in the last 6 weeks, which is not a lot compared to what some of you do, but life has certainly thrown me a few curveballs and things have been tough, but I'm still stitching. I am still stitching, which is good, but maybe not as much as I would hope. However, anyone who knows me and who has been watching my channel will know that despite the fact that sometimes I don't stitch, I always seem to be able to purchase things. So I do have a little bit of haul, which actually should be a lot of haul, but I don't know what I've done with the rest of it. But before we do the haul, I would like to show you this FFO. You may remember that I stitched this little Lizzie cape, which was Coffee Crazy. Please don't let that stay blown out like that. Please let you get a good... Please. Yes, good. You remember that I stitched this one, and this is a gift for someone, and I've resisted gifting it until I could show the finish. Now, the finish was done by Lynn from Lynn's Heartfelt Finishing. I wanted it as a flat fold. She also attached the little year on the back for me, but I think she has finished it absolutely perfectly. If you've ever used or you've never used Lynn's service, obviously you fill your form in online. You explain what it is you want, and then she will send you fabric choices for your finish, whether it's a pillow or if it's a flat fold or an ornament. And I chose this fabric because I thought it looked quite nice. This is for somebody's kitchen who is a big coffee lover. But yeah, I was really pleased with this, and I'll be happy to gift it. And I'm probably going to do the same with the tea one that I just showed you, and the Home of a Stitcher one as well, which will be for myself. But yeah, she done a fabulous job. I'll link her service down below, but she's also on YouTube, so you can obviously subscribe and watch her YouTubes, which are great. She's the Lancashire Stitcher. So I got an FFO, which was good, and I am really pleased with it. So yeah, that's good. And I also had some stitchy kindness. The first thing I would like to share is this beautiful bag that was sent to me from Pauline and Sarah, who have become real friends for me. And it's nice, and I hope to meet them one day, maybe at a retreat. But this beautiful bag, and I'll certainly be using it for my Blackbird design projects. This was lovely, and this actually came after my last video, I think, just shortly after my last video, but literally like the next day. So they didn't know all the problems with my leg and everything. But yeah, I just want to show the detail is immense. It's a beautiful, beautiful bag. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using that. And I had watched SewMeSarah, one of her videos, fairly recently, and she showed the finish of this chart. Hopefully you can see that one. And I had commented to, oh, I need to go and get that. I really want to do that one. And she very kindly gifted it to me. So I have now kitted it up with the threads. I'll pull some fabric, and I'm going to try and start that also within the next few weeks. Because I really, really like it. And it wouldn't normally be... No, that's not true, because I love all the colours. So I just really liked it. When she showed the finish, I was like, oh, I need to get that. So she very graciously gifted it to me. So I'll finish it off and then I can send it back and she can maybe gift it to someone else, which is good. And also in my last video, I had a giveaway, and I have another one this week as well. And the giveaway was for the Spring Awakens chart. That was one that I had finished, and I wanted to gift the chart and the DMC threads. It's only 3 threads, so I got them ordered up. And in the last video I had asked people to use the word spring, and I just did the random comment picker there, and it was Lorna Buffy who won. So Lorna, I will leave a comment on your comment, and if you can send me a message via Instagram maybe, or you can send me an email. I'll leave my email address below. I'll get this little chart off in the post to you. And I just want to say that any giveaways that I do, international is fine. It's okay. If you're patient enough, I'll get them all in the post. And I do have a giveaway for this video as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Lorna stitching this one as much as I did. I also purchased the summer refreshes one. I know a few people had been talking about that one. I did manage to get that. I've not started it yet. Don't know when I'll start it. I seem to have an abundance of things. But yeah, well done, Lorna. And thanks for everyone who left a comment on my last video. Now, is my haul. But my haul is in a lovely part of haul. So this bag here is produced by the Northumberland Sampler house. And it wasn't, I didn't initially see it, but I saw it from Michelle on MommaLovesYouGB. She had bought one, or she showed one, I think, maybe on Instagram. And I literally paused what I was doing, run over to Etsy and ordered a bag. There are 3 different designs. If you remember, I had bought the tea towels, which I've got for my house, but then I had to go and get a bag as well. So this is the one that I chose, and this is the Sarah Marple one. Yeah, I've not stitched this sampler. I don't even think I'll have any intentions of stitching the sampler, but I definitely liked the bag and thought it is most useful for going away and stitchy stuff or stitchy days or whatever, which I've got a stitchy day coming up shortly. But I do have some haul. And I appreciate not everybody likes haul, but I like haul. So the first piece of haul I would share with you is this book here. I already showed it on my Instagram, which is Cross Stitch for the Heart. And this is by Stitchrovia, which is Emma Congdon. They're great charts. I've got her other 2 books as well, but I had this one on pre-order so that I would have the 3rd one. And the one I'm thinking, although I haven't kitted anything up yet. Where is the one that I wanted to? It's this one here. Let me see if I can not make a fool of myself showing you the. Not that I can see anything now. It's this one here. So I hope you can see that one, but that's the one I'm thinking about doing. But can I just say, in the other 2 books, I also have charts printed out or photocopied and kitted up, and I haven't done them either. So, yeah, very good book. I think 20 designs, great price. I would certainly recommend it. I also picked up this chart here, and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for not reading it more carefully. I can cross stitch. Anything else requires a lot of effort on my part. So any kind of speciality stitches I shy away from. I shouldn't, but I do. And then so I ordered this one here. And this is by Sampler Cove, and it's called Acorns Away. I love the colours in it, but there's a lot of speciality stitches. I did see that they say you can replace the speciality stitches with cross stitches, so I might do that, but I certainly love it. It's not too big. It's 127 by 273. Stitched in silk. I will most likely stitch it in DMC. But you know, it's got a photograph. It's not even a printed picture. It's actually a photograph. So yeah, I picked that up. I also had seen on Instagram I'd also seen on Instagram somebody had started these charts here. I think I've only got January, February, March, haven't I? Yeah. Okay, and these are from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy. I don't know if anybody else has seen these, but these are like monthly little Quakers. So that's January, and I've started to kit them up as well. Here is February. Hope you can see it. And again, lovely greens and pinks. And there is March. And there's the flosses for them. And the reason I'm thinking is because these might be my monthly markers for next year. I just really like them. They're bigger than the little Prairie Birds that I'm doing this year, and they're certainly bigger than the stockings that I did last year for Blackbird Designs. But something about these I really like, and I've not really made any fabric choices or anything. I just thought I would get the charts, kit them up with the threads, and then I can maybe decide nearer the time. But maybe if anybody wants to join me with one or with several, that's my plan, I think, for 2023. I think. I don't know. Things will change. But what I also did was I bought this one here, which is not a monthly one. It's just a Spooky Quaker. And I just pulled the threads from my stash. So these are not the called for threads, but I'm thinking I might do this one sooner rather than later, because I really like that one. I also picked up, there's a kind of story to this one. I also picked up this off eBay, which is a Blackbird design, and it's Blackbird Design Loose Feathers number 30. It's the Rites of Spring. I saw someone finish this on Instagram, and then there was somebody selling it on eBay, and yeah, the price was fine, so I purchased this one. I also had another eBay find, which I'm a little bit surprised that I managed to score this. But yeah, anyway, so this was long before we had, this was not long after my last video, I think. I have a search on eBay. Some people say to me, how do you do it on eBay? What do you do? I don't do anything special. I literally go in, look for what I'm looking for, and then I have a save search. And then I get notifications when somebody posts something that I like. And normally, if it's something that's out of print, whether it's the Long Dog Sampler book that I got last year or the year before, or Mirabilia's Touching the Autumn Sky, I normally in my head have a limit. I don't always stick to that limit, but I've often got a limit. So I was a little bit surprised when I saw that this came up. Now, anyone who maybe stitches Mirabilia will know this is Tiger Lily. It's out of print. It has been out of print for quite a while. And not only is it out of print, it's actually quite difficult to get a hold of. It doesn't often come up for sale. And this is brand new. It's not opened. And I thought, okay, well, this is one that I'm interested in. I love the colours. I love the kind of greens and the oranges. That's really my sort of colour palette. And I thought, right, okay, in my head, set your limit. And I was lucky enough to win it. So now I have a copy of Tiger Lily. I have no intentions of stitching it anytime soon. Please don't ask me if I'm going to sell it. I don't know. I'll not do anything until I've stitched it. Once I've stitched it, then who knows what I'll do with it. But at the moment, I've no intentions. I've not even kitted it up, as you see. I've not bought any threads or anything. But yeah, I'm really quite pleased that I managed to score that. As I say, time has been bittersweet this last 6 weeks. And then I also purchased this one here. And this one may be a start sooner than I thought. And this is Rosewood Manor, called Tickled Pink. I just really, really liked it. Now, I looked at it, I think I only got it maybe about 3 days ago. I bought it from Arts and Design here in Scotland. And the called for fabric is Nessie by Picture This Plus. So it's very hard to tell from the picture. Really, I assume it's more green than blue. But I can't get a hold of any Nessie from 123 Stitch. The funny thing is, my mum said, "Oh, one of those brown envelopes for you came." I said, "Oh, brown? What brown envelope?" She said, "You know, one of those stitchy ones." I said, "Oh, yes." I said, "It's all right. It was just the chart." She went, "No, it'll not be. It'll be the chart, the threads and the fabric and everything you need." I said, No. I can't get the fabric." So I don't know how easy or difficult it is to get Nessie. I had never come across this fabric before. But if somebody's got a piece, can you tell me if it's really green or if it's more of a blue? Because I have Tidal and I have a couple of other pieces that I've got from my Fabric of the Month club, and maybe one of them would do, or maybe I just hang off till I get Nessie from 123 Stitch. Anyway, picked that one up. It's not so big. I think there's like 20 colours in it. And the size is 167 by 263. So yeah, I quite like that. And then the kind of final chart that I've picked up recently is this one here. It's not a new chart at all, by Heartstring Samplery, because it's called Forget Me Not. And again, a bit of a bittersweet story here. That's the threads. I've not chosen my fabric yet. But the hospice that my brother was in, St Columba's Hospice in Edinburgh, their little kind of logo was a forget-me-not, and in the garden there they had kind of ceramic forget-me-nots, and at the funeral some of us wore little crocheted forget-me-nots as well that we had purchased from the hospice, and I managed to get my parents some cast iron forget-me-not bird feeders for their garden, and I thought I might stitch this up maybe for Christmas time and then gift that to them. And also the forget-me-not is the kind of little flower of the dementia, and obviously, as you know, my dad suffers from dementia and Alzheimer's, so there's kind of like a dual purpose there. So that my plan is to stitch that up at some point, hopefully this year. What else have I got? Got my threads from the Thread of the Month from Lakeside. I don't know how far into this, and I keep telling you that I'll show you the full ring that I've got of all the threads that I've purchased, well, I've had so far in the club, and I will do that. Just maybe not today, but we seem to be on the H's, and so we're getting there. But yeah, so that was that, and then I think I've got 2 pieces of fabric to show you, and then I'll do my giveaway. The first piece of fabric was a piece of Ancient that I managed to get a hold of. I got this from 123 Stitch. I really like Ancient. I love it as a kind of fabric piece. And I've got a couple of designs done on Ancient. Some of them are finished, some of them I haven't. But yes, that's a piece of Ancient, 32 count. I'm sure I got that from 123 Stitch. And the final piece of fabric, excuse the crinkling, but I want to show you this because, yeah, this is from my Sparkly's Fabric of the Month. This must have been the one from June, and here it is here. But I really like that. I mean, that's not my normal in any way, but I really like that. It's a lovely piece. It's actually darker than it's showing on the camera, but yeah, I really like that piece of fabric. So that came in, waiting for my July one. And I think that's all my haul. So yes, I have managed to purchase quite a lot. Okay, so the final thing I would like to do is to do a little giveaway. First of all, I appreciate everybody having patience with me, because things have not been easy since I came back to Scotland. But yeah, having patience with me has been great. I don't film as regularly as I would like to. I wish I was back to every 2 weeks and everything, but I don't even know when that'll happen. But I will try my best to get back onto a somewhat more regular schedule. So I thought I would give away this week is the chart that I just finished, which is this one here, which is Home of a Stitcher by Little Dove Designs, and I'll just send it as it is, which this is how they come. They come in a... I'm a bit all fingers and thumbs, so I'm sorry about that. But they come in a little kind of wallet like this, and you'll have the kind of cover picture, then you've got the actual chart, the instructions, the key, everything is there. So yeah, it's pretty clear. You shouldn't have any problems with it. And then I had been generously gifted... Oh my goodness. I don't want to send all a bent out of shape chart. Give me a second till I try and put this in properly. Okay, and I thought I had been gifted some fabric, you may remember, and I wanted to include a piece of fabric that you could maybe stitch the chart on. Looks like a 32 count. It's a kind of bluey grey colour. It's more than big enough for that design, or you could use it for something else. So I'll also include this piece of fabric. That's not the right colour. Let's see if we can get the right colour for you. Yeah, that's probably what the colour's like. So I'll include those two things. And what I would say, the word that you should use in your comment, and it's the same usual instructions, please don't use the word giveaway or prize. Please be over 18 so that you can give me your address. It would be nice if you're a subscriber, but I won't check if you're not. And yeah, let's use the word dove. If you use the word dove, you're entered into the giveaway, and I'll draw it in the next time I film, which will hopefully be in 2 or 3 weeks' time. I'd also like to thank those that sent me birthday cards, which was lovely. Those that bought me a coffee in the last 6 weeks as well, which is greatly appreciated. And everyone who's reached out to me with either messages of condolences or messages of concern because I've not been around. It's really appreciative. And finally, the winner of the giveaway, Lorna, if you get in touch with me, I'll get that in the post to you. I think that's all. Hopefully I'll see you in a few weeks' time, before the end, maybe mid to end of August, which would be good. I hope you're all well, staying safe, and stitching away, and we'll talk soon. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.